Now here we are, last year limping to the plane after the debacle in Richmond against this very same team. So proud of the guys that have been around now and have experienced that and now experiencing this. I thought we played very, very well against a very good team, a well-coached team, a team that's in the top 25 for a reason. It's been a good series all along. All the games have been really good, other than the game at their place last year. But that'll be a good win. That'll be a quality win. Mike will win a ton of games with that group. He's a very fine coach and a wonderful person. Comes from the same coaching tree, so I always pull for him unless he's playing me or one of my guys. Really proud of my team for bouncing back and dealing with some adversity today, obviously, and the way they played, the way they competed, the way they've handled themselves off the court, the fact that they've made a 3.2 something GPA, the highest in the history of the program in the fall semester just completed. Love every one of them, so excited.
Kind of adversity this morning. Was there ever a concern that might maybe deflate them, or was there a question? Then they come out and go up 16 or 18 to 6 to start. What did you make of that start?
Well, just talk to them about what had transpired yesterday, and the fact that Dex is their brother. Dex is one of the best teammates you could have, straight A student this semester, and he's struggling. And there's nothing we can do about that. I'm not a doctor, but we still had a game to play, and we needed to tighten our circle and rally around one of our guys who's hurting a little bit. So they did that beautifully. I mean, we had contributions today from Noah Fernandez. I thought his play when he sprayed it up the court to Grant was one of the best plays of the game. Poor Bear Chandler showed that he can play some power forward and some center and he was tremendous pursuing the basketball. The move that he made on the baseline was incredible, and those guys were the recipients of some minutes they probably wouldn't have gotten.
Did you feel like this was just the amount of those play-angry plays, like Noah? I thought JB had a lot of them. Mo, is that the most that you guys have had maybe this whole year?
Well, I'll tell you what, we had 30-something deflections at halftime. Our goal is 34, so perhaps. I mean, I don't know how many deflections we had for the whole game, but it was unbelievable how we were having our own style, whatever, play angry. Theirs is havoc, ours is play angry, but both teams were exhibiting that today, but we certainly didn't take a back seat in that regard.
Coach, is this maybe the most complete game you've seen out of this group all year to this point?
Well, maybe. We hold them to 63. They shoot 38%, 21 from long distance, and we out-rebound them by 5. I saw some stat on the last – I watched 7 games that they played, and I forget which game it was. It might have been down in the tournament in Florida when they played Purdue and Tennessee. I saw a stat, a graphic, where they have 7 guys on scholarship that are 22 years of age or older. And several of them are 23, and at least 2 of them are 24. So this is a grown man team. And, we've got 10 underclassmen. Now, they're not all 18, but we have 10 underclassmen, 20 and below. So I don't know how many of our guys are 20 and younger, but a lot of them. So, we were, from an experience standpoint, we were stepping up a weight class or 2. But you couldn't tell it. Our guys were so focused and locked in. I thought Tyson Etienne, I mentioned Noah Fernandez. I thought Grant was tremendous today. As freshmen, really playing well. And then the sophomores. I mean, where are we without JB's toughness, and Trey Wade, the way he rebounded the ball. Eric Stevenson was incredible. Poor Bear Chandler, we talked about him, and Morris and Poor Bear and Jamie won the matchup against a super talented post tandem of Douglas and Santos Silva.
This is 2 straight games for Grant where he's really had a strong run in the second half. What is it about late in the games kind of where he steps up big for you?
Well, first of all, he can handle the ball. I mean, he's a really good handler. He's a good athlete. He is a great free throw shooter. So you want him in there against the pressure, and he's deceptive, with his moves, and he's learning. He already knows, but he's getting better at figuring out when he breaks the pressure. Do I go ahead and take it to the rim? Do I find someone else? But he made several beautiful decisions on the fly that kind of broke the game open there late in the second half.
With 16 offensive rebounds, what did you like from the big men in terms of just pursuing the ball?
Well, we were the aggressor, especially early. I thought, man, if we missed, we got another chance. I mean, JB gets 4. Trey Wade, that guy, I mean, he doesn't score. He scores 2 points, but he was tremendous in there battling and fighting. And that's how you have to play against VCU. They play so hard, and they're so trained to just compete like you're supposed to compete. And that's why I have such respect for Mike and the program that they have. And that's our brand too. It's just a little different. And today, again, I'm not saying we outcompeted them. I am saying we did not take a back seat to them.
Greg, what have you seen? You had so many new guys last year. What have you seen just in the growth of this group as they've been able to come up kind of together?
Developing the mental toughness to figure out how to win a game like this. Last year, the pressure, we just melted. We shied away from the moment. If the ball was loose, we went at it half-heartedly. Understanding that rebounding and defending and running and coming up with loose balls, those are effort and toughness plays. It's not a skill like shooting or dribbling or passing. Those are basketball skills. The other things are basketball intangibles. And everyone can do it to different degrees. Everyone can run as fast as they can, but some people run faster than others. But you have to run as fast as you possibly can run. You have to go for the loose ball as hard as you can go for it with 2 hands. And not be afraid that there may be a collision, and your ribs might get hit or something as you stretch out for a rebound that's in the air. I think that's what we've done. We've figured out how to compete at a very high level, and that rebounding and defense travels. And today we win by shooting 42%. We go 50-something, I can't even read this, 50-something percent, 58% from the foul line. So, but we win because we have less turnovers than VCU, and we out-rebound them by 5.
Do you think the amount of charges you guys took and Jamie's shot blocking, how much did that affect just their ability to get to the rim and have to shoot those kind of awkward in-between shots?
That was great. I mean, it was great. This basketball team, boy, we've been through quite a stretch, at Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, and now VCU. And I knew for down the road, if we keep doing what we want to do, winning 2 or 3 would be very important. But winning all 3 is just icing on the cake. It's Santa came early. He had his sack full of toys. He was able to pull it down the chimney, and now we get to open them in the morning. It's just wonderful. It's just a wonderful Christmas. We're all praying for Dex and hoping that he's figures it out. But these guys, man, they've made me a very proud coach, and we're just getting started.
And with Dex, did this whole situation catch you by surprise?
A little bit, he was struggling. I didn't know to what degree he was struggling, but it just, he's got some things going, and he's got to figure it out. It's got to, on his time. So we'll be patient and support him in every way, and thinking about him and praying for him every day. But I've got 15 others that I do that for too. So then we're not going to stop the season. Not going to cancel any games. We got to keep going.
And with Mike, he said that he would like to continue the series. He sees it as beneficial for both.
Yeah, I think it may be. It just because this will be, if you lose, it's not a bad loss, and if you win, it's a quality win, and that's just the way they've been for the better part of a decade or more, and we've been that way for about a decade. So it helps you. It helps you get prepared for any type style, and we've been preparing for this since June. Players didn't know it, but we knew it. And now it seems like we'll be playing the same way, kind of against Memphis. That's how they're playing. So we played some tremendous styles and tough, gritty teams like West Virginia and South Carolina and Oklahoma State. And I mean, this is right up there with them.
Coach, your thoughts on the environment out there?
Unbelievable. Coke Arena was electric. It was exciting. We got a few more lights going in the introductions. It was cool. I mean, I had chill bumps like I usually do. The place was on fire, and they really helped us.